You know, I keep saying that there's this weird feeling like there's some fucked up energy from 2016 starting to come back into the fold a little bit, for better or worse. I'm kind of here for the chaos. But here we go. Groundhog's Day all. Oh. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I just got a breaking news text on my phone, but it's for bullshit that doesn't matter. Anyway, DOJ files second antitrust lawsuit against Google. Round and around we go. The U.S. Justice Department on Tuesday filed its second antitrust lawsuit against Google in just over 2 years. Oh. Well, I guess the other one I'm thinking of also included Facebook and Twitter as well. And that kicked off in, 2016? 2017? 2018? But, moving on. 2020 and 2021 really threw my perception of time. In just over 2 years, it's the latest sign that the U.S. government is not backing down from cases against tech firms, even in light of a mixed record in court on antitrust suits. Now, we're going to scroll down here. Go over to the left. Boop. Highest factuality is WHDH, with a high factuality from 4 hours ago. Hop over here to the right. The highest factuality we got is the News Herald, which we know is behind a paywall, and it's from 2 hours ago. The other one is from 3 hours ago, and it's the Inforum. We go over here to the center. We have the Free Times, with a center bias from 2 hours ago, and that's how we picked the article for this upload. Now let's hop into it. Now, this only broke about 2 hours ago. We're finding out more about it as we go. Let's just see what happens. Not much came from the first go around. We just found out that a lot of our politicians don't understand how any of this shit works. God, shit like this reminds me how sad I am that this is gonna be the first presidential election cycle with no John McAfee in quite a while. I really miss that guy. I still have my McAfee 2020 hat. R.I.P. man. This is the kind of shit he would have been going off on, posting videos and being goofy about. Oh, well. Let's continue. Tuesday at 2 p.m. Updated January 4th, 2023 at 6:12 p.m. It is currently 8:08 p.m. By Eric Tucker, Barbara Orote, and Frank Bajak with the AP. Washington AP. The Justice Department and 8 states filed an antitrust suit against Google on Tuesday, seeking to shatter its alleged monopoly on the entire ecosystem of online advertising as a harmful burden to advertisers, consumers, and even the U.S. government. Funny, Elon Musk takes over Twitter, and now there's a huge push to actually get the ball rolling and breaking up these monopolies. Weird. Seems almost like it's convenient now or something. The government alleges that Google's plan to assert dominance in online ads has been to quote neutralize or eliminate rivals through acquisition, and to force advertisers to use its products by making it difficult to use competitors' offerings. It's part of a new, if slow and halting, push by the U.S. to rein in big tech companies that have enjoyed largely unbridled growth in the past decade and a half. The antitrust suits was filed in federal court against Alexandria, Virginia attorney Merrick Garland. Oh boy, always fun. Said in a press conference Tuesday that, quote, for 15 years Google has pursued a course of anti-competitive conduct. This socialist-ass government actually cares about fucking free market now? Fascinating. That has halted the rise of rival technologies and manipulated the mechanics of online ad auctions to force advertisers to publish and publishers to use its tools. This would have been useful during the adpocalypse, but we got Article 9. In so doing, he added, quote, Google has engaged in exclusionary conduct that has, quote, severely weakened, if not destroyed, competition in the ad tech industry. Quote, first, Google controls the technology used by nearly every major website publisher to offer advertising space for sale. Second, Google controls the leading tool used by advertisers to buy that advertising space. And third, Google controls the largest ad exchange that matches publishers and advertisers together each time that ad space is sold, Garland said. As a result, he added, quote, website creators earn less than advertisers pay. Restart that one because I'm illiterate as fuck. Quote, website creators earn less and advertisers pay more. And this means fewer publishers can afford their content without subscriptions, paywalls, and other fees to make up for revenue. The department suit accuses Google of unlawfully monopolizing. Well, it's illegal to monopolize, period, so there's no such thing. Saying unlawfully monopolize, it's like you're illegally breaking the law. Kind of redundantly redundant, with redundancies included. Monopolizing the way ads are served online by excluding competitors. This includes its 2008 acquisition of DoubleClick, a dominant ad server, and subsequent rollout of technology that locks in the split-second bidding process for ads that get served on web pages. Google's ad manager lets large publishers who have significant direct sale manage their advertisements. The ad exchange, meanwhile, is a real-time marketplace to buy and sell online display ads. I miss pre-2016 ad revenue. Like, I never had it, but man, the ad system was a lot simpler back in the day. And then everybody wanted to blame PewDiePie for something that Google had already been working on manipulating in the background anyway. The lawsuit demands that Google break off 3 different businesses from its core businesses of search, YouTube, and other products. Well, no, YouTube is actually a losing profit for it. It'd be really funny if you almost bought YouTube. It'd be hilarious. And YouTube products such as Gmail, the buying and selling of ads, and ownership of the exchange where that business is transacted. Digital ads currently account for about 80% of Google's revenue and, by and large, support its other less lucrative endeavors. But the company, along with Facebook's parent company Meta, has seen its market share decline in recent years as smaller rivals grab bigger portions of the online advertising market. On top of that, the overall online ads environment market is cooling off as advertisers clamp down on spending and brace for a potential recession. Potential recession, bro, we're in it. Alphabet Incorporated, Google parent company, said in a statement that the suit, quote, doubles down on a flawed argument that shows innovation raising advertising fees and make it harder for thousands of smaller businesses and publishers to grow. Tuesday's lawsuit comes as the U.S. government is increasingly looking to rein in big tech's dominance. Although such legal actions can take years to complete, and Congress has not passed any recent legislation seeking to curb the influence of the tech industry's largest players. The European Union has been more active. It launched an antitrust investigation into Google's digital ad dominance in 2021. British and European regulators are also looking into whether an agreement for online display advertising services between Google and Meta breached rules on fair competition. An internet service trade group includes Google as a member described the lawsuit and its, quote, radical structural remedies as unjustified. Matt Schroers, president of the Computer and Communications Industry Association, said competition for advertising is fierce and the, quote, government's contention that digital ads aren't in competition with print, broadcast, and outdoor advertising defies reason. Not an entirely unbased take, to be completely honest. Diana Sirisovins, a Yale University fellow and, ad tech expert, said the lawsuit is, quote, huge because it aligns the entire nation, state, and federal governments in a bipartisan legal offensive against Google. So far, so all right, I guess. The current online ad market, Sirizavinson said, quote, is broken and totally inefficient. Yeah, that's true. People make like no money these days. The fact that the intermediaries are getting 30 to 50% of the take on each ad trade is, quote, an insane inefficiency to have baked into the U.S. economy. Well, getting 30 to 50% of the take. Now, I would say 50% is a little bit, is way too much. Now, 30%, look, there is server cost, there is housing fee. You got to make sure that it doesn't devolve into, well, you should give it to me for free, because then the system will just inevitably collapse. Now, again, like I literally just said, 30% is a bit high, too. But I don't know what the full breakdown is. There's domain costs, housing costs, maintenance, employee costs. There's a lot that goes into it. There's also contract costs with certain ads and advertisers. So, I don't know how unfair 30% is, but I know for certain that taking half is fucking retarded and ridiculous. Moving on. Intermediaries are getting 30 to 50% of the take on each ad trade is, quote, an insane inefficiency to have baked into the U.S. economy. She called it, quote, a massive tax on the free internet and consumers at large. It directly affects the visibility of free press as well. As with many high, complex technical markets, it has taken time for federal and state regulators and policymakers to catch up with and understand the online market. Remember us saying about our politicians just being old? There. The online market. Sirensovinson noted that it took a decade before they woke up to the perils of the high-speed trading of financial markets and began adopting measures to discourage it. Google held nearly 29% of the U.S. digital advertising market, which includes all of the ads people see on computers, phones, tablets, and other internet-connected devices in 2022. Damn, were there ads on Dominion voting machines? According to research firm Inside Intelligence, Facebook parent company Meta is second, commanding nearly 20% of the market. Amazon is a distant but growing third at more than 11%. No, in Amazon, it will be there by next year or the year after. Insider is estimating that both Google and Meta's share of the market will decline, while rivals such as Amazon and TikTok are expected to see gains. Well, TikTok is on the chopping block potentially. TikTok could be banned any potential month now. I wouldn't say day or week, but potentially in the next couple of months. It's already getting banned on employees' phones who work for the federal government, and then from there, it will probably expand into a ban on all all government active duty soldier, Air Force, Navy, Marines. Like their phones would be cut off from having TikTok. And that would probably work its way into a slow nationwide ban, which, again, people will find a way to download it anyway, and I fully support that. I also think TikTok is a parasite, is a Cthulhuian, Lovecraftian monster with its tendrils in every aspect of our entire online ecosystem. It's insane. Part of the dead internet theory can be blamed on websites owned by the CCP, such as TikTok, which are just choking everything out. This is the latest legal action taken against Google by either the Justice Department or local state governments. In October 2020, for instance, the Trump administration and 11 state attorneys general sued Google for violating antitrust laws, alleging anti-competitive practices in the search and search advertising markets, which just sounds like Trump was right and that lawsuit was completely justified. Asked why the Justice Department would bring the suit when a similar complaint has already been filed by states, Assistant Attorney General Jonathan Cantor, the department's top antitrust official, said, quote, "We conduct our own investigation, and that investigation occurred over many years." He said the Justice Department lawsuit, totaling roughly 150 pages, detailed, quote, "many facts, many episodes that individually and in the aggregate reveal numerous monopolies." Tuesday's lawsuit is, in essence, aligns the Biden administration with the new states, with the 35 states and the District of Columbia that sued Google in December 2020. That also would bring the Biden administration and Donald Trump onto the same page on this front as well. This is an interesting story. Like I said, it was developing. I only knew the bare bones basics of it. I'm learning a lot of this with you in real time. That's why my jokes have been kind of limited. Sorry. What is knocking? Is that just my... It must just be my Red Bull can. But it's still pretty full. Interesting. Moving on. Tuesday lawsuit 2020. The states taking part in the suit include California, Virginia, Connecticut, Colorado, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, and Tennessee. AP Technologies writer Ortre reported from San Francisco and Bajank from Boston. AP Technology writer Matt O'Brien contributed. Alright, there seems to be no comments on here yet. As the story unfolds, we will keep you updated. That being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been Inside Four Walls. I've been your host, James Madison, and I shall catch you guys in the next episode. Coming up today. Peace.